With the hiding of red flag laws in the National Defense Act, let's go ahead and talk about the different types of politics. What's up, Wolverines, and welcome back to the channel. My name is John Crump, and I usually would say that you suck if you don't know who I am, but I will not say that because the last video, some people got a little bit offended, and I want to give my heartfelt apology to those people. I want to say I'm sorry that you are a little thin-skinned biatch, and you can't take a joke. To the rest of you, I love you guys. And you might just suck a little bit if you don't know who I am, but I'll tell you at the end of the video who I am. We are brought to you by JSD Supply. JSD Supply makes some of the sickest 80% SIG kits on the planet. They sell P80 kits, and they own Patmos. Patmos makes some awesome slides. Check out this sucker. This thing is badass. All right. If you can do me a big favor, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. And also check to make sure that you're still subscribed. A lot of people have been unsubscribed from the channel recently. And when I showed up at their house to ask them why they unsubscribed, they weren't aware that they were unsubscribed. So make sure that you are subscribed. Even if you have subscribed in the past, it would really help me out. All right, let's talk about something that's been bothering me lately. It's been highlighted with the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, recently. There are certain Republicans, Dan Crenshaw already did a rant on him, but also people like Matt Gaetz, who voted for the National Defense Authorization Act, even though it had a red flag law in there. I want to also highlight the people who didn't, like Thomas Massie, Lauren Boebert, Bob Good. These people are patriots, and they kept their word to gun owners. Okay, so what the hell am I talking about here? You've heard what happened with the National Defense Authorization Act, so I'm not going to go much into that, but I wanted to go into a couple different types of politics. Advocacy groups only have a couple different types of politics that they can play. Other than Bloomberg funneling millions of dollars to Democrats through front organizations to do his will and bidding, you only have access-based and confrontational-based politics. H.L. Richardson wrote an awesome book on confrontational-based politics called Confrontational-Based Politics. I suggest anyone out there that wants to learn more about this technique to go ahead and read it. Certain groups like access-based politics. These groups include the NRA. For example, Trump was seen as an NRA ally, so when he went after bump stocks, they were slow to call him out on it. When Reagan banned new machine guns from being added to the registry, the NRA didn't call him out on it. When the Brady bill was going through, the NRA didn't call their ally out on it. And that is access-based politics. Basically, it's the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know politics. So when your guy does something good, you reward him, you clap your hands and throw up the hoorah and say the war against the Second Amendment is over. But when he does something bad, you either cover for him or you just ignore it totally and pretend like it never happened. That's access-based politics. And that's the type of politics I can't get behind, because that's the type of politics that leads to what we saw with the NDAA, the red flag laws in the NDAA. The other type of politics is where you call them out when they do something bad and you reward them when they do something good. It's the think and spank method, basically. When somebody says something good or does something good, you let everyone know this person did this thing that's good. Now let's say one of your allies does something bad. What do? You let your members know this guy did this bad thing and we are against it. It is basically the equivalent of the carrot and stick. You say, hey, we'll back you up and we will give you the power of our membership behind you as long as you're strong in the Second Amendment. The second you weaken, we're going to turn a membership against you. And that is the type of politics I subscribe to. A lot of people get politics mixed up. A lot of people think politics is negotiations and getting something in the middle, not something that you exactly wanted, but not something that you're totally against. Just something in the middle, not the perfect solution. I subscribe to the philosophy that you fight for what you want and you fight for that perfect solution. Giving up any of your rights is not acceptable, and you should never, ever do that. It's the whole thing where the Democrats say, hey, we're going to take some of your rights, but we'll leave you a few of your rights. And we're going to call that a compromise. That's not a compromise, because the Democrats and the Republicans are playing by two sets of rules. That's why the Democrats look so much stronger than the Republicans all the time, because the Democrats fight for what they want. They're not going to give an inch, but the Republicans seem to be willing to give a mile. So we have to change that. We change that by grabbing them by the balls and not letting go. And we've seen this recently. In Florida, for example, Cord Bird, who killed 4 out of 5 pro-gun bills, was let off by another group. They got pissed off at Luis and GOA for calling Bird out for killing the bills. Their excuse was, hey, we could get someone even worse, or maybe a Democrat will step in there. This guy's been good on guns in the past, so maybe he'll be good on guns in the future. Maybe in the future he will help pass constitutional carry. And that's not what we want to do. We want to say, if you go against gun rights once, we're going to call you out on it. And we're not going to let you off the hook. We're going to let our members know exactly where you stand and exactly what you did. So the only way you can prevent our members from coming down on you, from raining fire down on you, is not to betray us. Ever. Ever. We're not going to say, hey, we're going to let you betray us 10% of the time, or you can betray us 20% of the time. No, we're going to say, you cannot betray us at all. You're either with us or you are against us. And that's the bottom line, because John Crump says so. All right, that's it for today. I just wanted to do a little rant video. Sorry, I know. But if you like what I do here, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist and also a gun rights activist. And I do a lot of breaking stories with the ATF. And that can get a little bit dicey. So I'm trying to build up a little nest egg in case I need a legal fund or anything like that. Also, be sure to check out my live channel. On my live channel, I interview people from the firearms world and beyond, and we talk about interesting stuff. It's a lot of fun. All right, with that said, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep in the fight. I am out of here. Wolverines, mother...